Eczema is a very common condition that we will all see as health professionals in our day-to-day work. Unfortunately, patients are bombarded with misinformation and conflicting information from so many sources: social media, friends, family. Here's a common scenario of a patient that comes in talking about their fear of the use of topical steroids. Hello, Kobe. I'm Lee Chin. Thank you for coming today. How can I help you?
I've got adult eczema, predominantly on my hands. It's caused me lack of sleep throughout the years. It's caused embarrassing flares where I've not wanted to go to school or, not wanted to go to work because you feel like everyone's looking and judging. It gets you down. You feel it's horrible.
The key actually to managing eczema is to recognise that it isn't just skin, it's more than skin deep, and you've got to recognise the long-term implications on mental health, their ability to have a healthy relationship with their family, and to take it really seriously.
Mainly my reason for seeing you today is I now have a daughter that's got eczema,
right,
and I don't want that path for her. You get on the internet or there's wait times to see specialists or you hear 10,000 different stories. What do I do for my child's eczema? Because it's hard. No parent wants to watch their kids suffer, and they can have broken skin, itchy skin, sore skin. Lack of sleep is like smashing the whole family, when you've got to go to work the next day, let alone this little person that's not getting adequate sleep. Is there a cure? What's the go-to best way I can help her and keep the family kind of going?
It's too much. It's too much. It's, eczema is such a terrible disease because it's so itchy, and it not only affects your little bub, as you say, it affects everyone.
Yeah.
Because no one sleeps. Everyone's, just on the end of their tether, and it's horrible. And I tell you that eczema is, part of what we call the atopic triad. Mm-hmm. So it's part of eczema, hay fever, and asthma. They all go together. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a chronic and genetic condition. So unfortunately, at the moment, there's no cure.
Knowing that triggers can, cause flare-ups,
yep.
I've seen that you can take the approach of cutting things out of the diet or stopping cow's milk or trying some alternative or cutting out gluten for a while to see for impacts. Is that beneficial?
You know what? Wouldn't it be fantastic if there was just you cut out one food and your eczema is better? Now, only 10% though of patients will have a food-related allergy, but 100% will get their eczema flared with, changes of weather or contact with woolen jumpers or using perfumed or fragranced products. So if you are indeed allergic to a particular food, then under the guidance of your GP or an immunologist and a dietitian, then that can be helpful in reducing flares. However, if you just do an elimination diet, which, everyone's so desperate, aren't they, to try and get their skin clean.
You get nervous about things or you read things about, try it's coming from within, heal your gut, fix your whole body,
That's right. But food elimination diets that are not based on the reality is at best going to limit, the variety of foods your kid can have, but at worst can cause problems with their growth because they're not getting the nutrients and, what they need to grow. Mm-hmm. The converse, the opposite, is that if you've got bad eczema, you are likely to get what we call failure to thrive. All your energy is used to keeping your skin intact so that you can control your temperature. And so therefore, you're going to have the opposite. If you don't treat your eczema, you're actually going to not help your body grow and thrive.
Oh, wow. Is there any benefit of using, products containing honey or products containing oatmeal, products, aloe vera? Are there other barriers or moisturizers that can be beneficial?
Yes. So oatmeal I like because there is scientific evidence that in fact it can be anti-inflammatory and it is good for itch control. There are a lot of products that, lots of people try because they are trying to help their child, trying to help themselves. And they're natural products. They're naturally, made, and they're said to be organic. But not all organic or natural products is best. In fact, if they've got a fragrance, they're potentially going to irritate the skin. You wouldn't put a natural nettle on your skin. So you've got to choose products that are soap-free, scent-free, bland, and that will help restore your skin barrier.
I'm really worried about the chemicals in some of the products or in the steroids, and whether they're being absorbed or what effect they might have on the rest of her body.
The key treatment is to moisturise. And it's to replace the sensitive skin barrier that is the genetic defect. So we've got to find a moisturiser that she likes to use that is, not too expensive, because you're going to be using a lot on a regular basis. And you've got to use it 3 times a day, top to toe, all over, and also have short showers or put oil in the bath, keep her skin lubricated. And then when she gets a flare, we will have enough steroids, and I'll prescribe enough for you so that you use it intensively just to the areas that need it until it clears, and then stop.
Does it matter, if we stop and there's a flare in the very next week?
Yes.
Is it dangerous to go straight back to using the steroids
Not
again?
at all. Absolutely not. So when you need it, you use it. When it flares again, it might be tomorrow. It may be 5 days' time, maybe 30 days' time. You use it straight away again, intensively, then stop. You will never run into any problems with skin thinning, growth retardation, all those myths about topical steroids if you use it just when you need to, and stop when it's clear.
The other thing I get confused about is sometimes, a GP or a specialist, might say use it for 5 days, then stop, or things like that, or use it for 7 days, come and see me in 2 weeks.
Yes.
How long, when do you stop?
As soon as it's gone. So that might be in 2 days. It might be in 9 days. It's easier to treat knowing that you use it till it's clear rather than give yourself a time limit.
Okay. So if it takes, 9 days to clear, that's okay?
No problem.
Okay, good.
Why wouldn't you have doubts about treatment when you've heard so much conflicting evidence and information? So I tell them my perspective and get them to come back for follow-up. That's the key, that they come back so that you can talk about what they've done and see how they've improved, and listen to how their journey's been.